Hello, welcome back to Rock Talk Podcast. This is a very special episode. We're joined by Mayan. He's going to be playing the Empire Alt Fest coming up this August at Cruisers Bar and Grill in Idaho. Mayan, how you doing today, brother?
Doing fantastic, man. Just
Fuck
enjoying.
yeah.
Hey,
Hell yeah, dude. Now, to my understanding, because I booked you, you
right.
are a hip hop slash R&B artist.
That's true.
So it's very awesome. You're the second one that I have on the podcast. So I'd like to ask, well, when did you start?
Like music in general.
Yes.
Man, I've always been kind of into music. Like since I was like a little kid, I was like messing around with drums and guitars and everything. You know what I mean? But I didn't start writing songs, so to speak, like until I was about 16 in high school. And back then, I just had like an acoustic guitar. I play like blues songs. You know what I mean? But now I've switched it up. I do like hip hop, and I still kind of have my old singing style. But you know, I just fuse it all together. Here I am.
Fuck yeah, dude. So I know that you were telling me how you started up your recent endeavor as just Mayan.
Yep.
About this year, or like this past year.
Yeah, just this year, like started the year, I started really putting in a lot of work into just like online presence and what I would even be known as and what my style was gonna be, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's all been coming together this year.
Fuck yeah, dude. And I was wondering, have you had any hurdles being a brand new musician coming up just now, coming right out of this pandemic?
Um, Honestly, I feel like I've been getting really lucky. Like hooking up with you guys and I just had a gig just the other day at like a local clothes selling kind of like a barter fair type thing, but you know, I just feel really lucky. And in terms of obstacles, like I feel like most of the time the biggest obstacle is just myself. Like, you know, me getting mad at myself because my music's not at the quality I want it to be and stuff like that. But everything else, man, is just like putting in the grind. And like I said, I feel really lucky that stuff's actually starting to happen now. So
Cool. Hell yeah, dude. What is the 'cause I like to ask different artists this because it's always different with each genre too. Is what's the recording process like for your music?
I have a home studio. So I'm sitting at it right now. I can't really turn the camera, but I just sit here, man. Got my mic here and yeah, just make it happen. I use Ableton uh to like
Nice.
record and everything. So
Nice. And do you produce your beats yourself, or you have
yeah,
a?
most of them. Some of them are like some collaborations with some homies. I think a couple of them I got from like online, like some local YouTube producers and stuff. You know what I mean?
Hell
But
yeah.
I try to make it mostly my own. That's what I'm working towards. But I'm pretty new to the whole like music software thing. Like I said, like started for a long time with just acoustic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So coming up as I just said in the intro is the Empire Alt Fest.
That's
What's
right.
like? Do you have anything you want to say to your fans about what's coming up? What you have in store for it?
I have some good shit coming in store. That's what I have to say about that. I've been putting in a lot of work. There's a lot of unreleased stuff that like nobody's really heard, and I think when it's time to play it there, everybody's gonna love it. So
Fuck yeah, dude.
yeah, hope
Um,
everyone has a good time. You know, I just want seeing people moving, seeing people enjoy themselves. That's all I want, really.
yeah. A new question I've been thinking about starting, and we'll see how it goes with you and if you'll stick around.
Right?
Uh,
Yeah, hopefully.
how has it? Can you just tell me how are you now that the pandemic's like finally now we're coming out of it? It's like I know there's so many things that are going to be changed about so many people's lives now coming out of this pandemic.
Yeah.
So how has it changed you?
It's changed me quite a bit, like psychologically, I'd say. I mean, I was pretty lucky just financially and like having a place to stay and whatnot. Like I have good family, so you know, I did when the pandemic first started, I was kind of dealing with a lot. I lost like some work and had to move back into my parents' house, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
so I've been lucky in that sense, but mostly just like psychological, just isolation when it first started. I think that was a big thing for me. Just not really, kind of like being scared almost to see people because I didn't want to get people I knew getting the virus or whatever, and But,
Yeah.
but like I said, I've been relatively lucky compared to a lot of people. I think
Yeah. We've lost a lot to this pandemic, and the good thing is everything's starting to recorrect. Everyone's doing their part, getting vaccinated,
Yeah,
and it's good to finally see that everything's getting back to normal
yeah,
after
man.
this
It
whirlwind.
in that, yeah, for sure. It's been a strange ride this last year. I think
Hell yeah, man.
human ingenuity always pulls through. We always gotta like bounce back.
Yeah, dude. So were you always in were you always were you always in the hip hop R&B genre, or did you start off like I did in a different genre and then end up somewhere else?
Yeah, yeah. So I think like the first song I ever wrote was a rap before I ever like played guitar or anything. But it was kind of just something I did for fun. Like I just enjoyed it, and I'd make raps with my friends and stuff. And in high school, I think it was like sophomore year of high school, I watched this documentary on Jimi Hendrix, and I was like, oh my god, this guy's like fucking insane. You know what I mean? I was just like, my mind was blown. I was like, I gotta learn how to play guitar. So that kind of set me off in like a direction of like, oh, I can like write songs and like people actually listen to it, and I enjoy the whole process of it and everything. And just I think like just 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I started being like kind of swaying away from the bluesy guitar folk songs. And I was like, you know what? I love rap. I love singing. I'm like, why don't I just combine it and just roll with that. So last couple of years, I've just been going hard on that, and it's fun. I've been
Yeah.
enjoying it.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's fucking awesome. Yeah. I always love hearing that everyone is still enjoying it, because when you hear about musicians to say it's just like, oh, I'm just doing it now, and it's just like, why are you
Right,
doing it then?
right.
Only
Yeah,
do it if you love it.
exactly, man. And I mean, there's, with anything, I mean, it's work sometimes. Like, you're not always gonna just be loving it. But I
Yeah.
think like I live by the idea that like, well, if you think about it and you're not doing it and you beat yourself up because you're not doing it, like, you should probably do it, even if it's not like an end all thing. You should probably go forward with it a little bit. You know what I mean? See
Yeah,
how.
dude. Um, another question I had is, oh, well, actually, there's two, so I'll start with this one. Um, I noticed, while listening to your music, you are a lyrical rapper. You actually write lyrics. You're also not a mumble rapper to where I can't tell what you're saying. I can
Right.
actually hear what you're saying. And do you feel like right now I'm gonna give you the soapbox to stand up to talk to any fucking SoundCloud rappers who's just going blah, 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 into the
Yeah. Yeah.
microphone?
Yeah.
Does What do you feel actually helps make rap and hip hop and R&B more prominent and more accepted by everyone instead of just the spit on garbage that is coming out these days?
I think I don't know. I mean, like, art's always going to be subjective, and I think like the hip hop scene has definitely changed a lot with the mumble rap, and I think it's more now about like having catchy hooks and catchy beats and whatever, and I think people like that. I myself, like, I like some of it, but I'm definitely not like a huge fan. I don't take a lot from that. Like, I've always taken inspiration from like Jay Dilla and Mos Def and all the greats, Tribe Called Quest and stuff. You know what I mean?
Fuck
So
yeah.
I I think it's important. Like music in general is like this hypnotizing force. It's like it can make people do shit that they wouldn't normally do without listening to that music. And if all the music is telling people to just be crazy, not give a fuck, do stupid shit, it's like, I don't know, is it really good? Is it good for the world? So I think about that a lot when I make my music and I'm writing like, all right, well, what am I telling people? You know what I mean? Like, what? How are you gonna take that? You know?
Hell yeah. Um, the other question I was gonna ask is, what would you say? Who are the biggest influences on you for your
Mm,
music styling?
Man, like, I mean, the three I can think of off the bat, and neither of them are hip hop musicians, but like Bob Marley, Jimi Hendrix, and fucking Michael Jackson. That's what I grew up with. You know? But
Fuck yeah.
in terms of hip hop, like I don't know, there's so many. Just any rapper really from the '90s up until like T-Pain era. You know what I mean? I'm
Hell
vibing
yeah.
with. So yeah, I listen to a lot of old shit, and that gives me a lot of stuff to like wrap my head around, learn new flows and stuff.
Hell yeah, dude. Um, so I wanted to know, do you have any other uh gigs coming up right now other than the festival?
Nothing set right now, but I've been planning on doing some open mics down in Spokane at this at a Red Room Lounge. So like
Oh, nice.
every Monday they got open mics, so I'm trying to hit that up soon.
Hell yeah. Well, as you just heard, guys, if you're in the Spokane area, fucking go to the Red Room Lounge to fucking check out Mayan.
Yeah, check it
Um,
out. Be there.
be there or be square.
Be there. Yeah.
Insert Huey Lewis in the news here. It's at the base square. Oh man. In wrapping up, because we're coming up to the end, I don't know if I told you this, but I'm shorter these days.
Yeah.
But I like to ask my guests usually what their top 5 most influential albums just on them. Doesn't have to be towards your music itself, but just
Right.
like what's helped mold you as a human.
And first one I can think of is like Revolver by the Beatles. It's my favorite Beatles album. I've listened to it probably like over 100 times. Uh, but I've also Bob Marley Exodus is one of them. Uh, what's the one? There's a Bob Dylan album. I think it's called Time Out of Mind, and it's one of his newer ones. But that album totally smacks, and that was a huge part of me like growing up and just fanboying over music when I was getting into that. But man, like two more, that's tricky. There's so much music, man.
Oh man, yeah, I feel that. I always have
Maybe,
difficulties with that too.
I like the what is it that Jimmy album with the when he met up with Band of Gypsies.
Oh, hmm,
Might just be called Band of Gypsies.
probably. I think.
Yeah, but yeah, whenever we made that transition, that album definitely spoke to me a lot growing up. But
Fuck yeah.
yeah,
Cool. Well, other than that, I will open the floor. Just see you like promote whatever you want to promote. This is your time now. Just
Work.
let the people know what you got going on, bro.
Yeah. Well, so right now, obviously I got the Empire Art Fest coming up in August, which is gonna be dope. Be there. But other than that, I've been working on a lot of music. I got an album in the works right now, a few albums actually, but the other ones are kind of like they're side projects for now, but it's happening kind of slowly. But I've been working on this one album for the last like year or so. I can't really give any names out of it, but a lot of the songs that I'm gonna be playing at the show. Not all of them, but a few of them, they're gonna be in the new album, so no one's heard it yet. So, but yeah, other than that, I've just been straight trying to meet up with people, make connections, trying to get deeper into the scene, going on podcasts. I
Fuck
just
yeah.
had a other podcast recently, like 2 weeks ago, Speak Spokane, and I think that'll be out this Wednesday.
Oh, cool. So if you're listening to this tomorrow,
Right. Yeah, tomorrow. So, but
fucking
yeah, other than that, I've been really wanting to get into like a little bit of merch. I kind of want to like release an album first and then like let it kind of fluctuate, but I'm all about like logos and whatever. I want to see people rocking clothes and stuff. So, but
Yeah,
yeah.
brother. Awesome. Well, mine, it's been my pleasure to have you on.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be my pleasure to finally meet you in person come August.
Dude, I can't wait.
Until then, everyone check out Mayan, check out his shit. Follow him on Facebook. Follow Empire Alt Fest on Facebook. Get your tickets right now. They're pre-sale tickets. They're $10 a pop for the tickets, general admission. So go for it.
That's right.
Other than that, Mayan, you're great. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks,
and
man.
I hope nothing but the best for you, brother.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, man.
Fuck yeah. Take it easy, guys. Fucking peace.